This is TWiT.
So basically, I do a lot of tools for your phone and productivity apps and stuff like that. But every now and then, we like to have fun. And how better to have fun than a classic game that we've all already spent hours playing in a new way to play on your Android phone? It's your favorite game and mine, Tetris. It's back. So this is the latest iteration of Tetris on Android, and as Jason's showing you there, if you're watching the video, it is classic Tetris. You only need one finger to actually use it. You tap on the screen to rotate the block, and you drag down to move it down. Jason, I found that if you drag down underneath the board, it goes faster. So go see, you get a little more speed that way.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so if you've never heard of Tetris, it's the Russian puzzle game that burst on the scene in 1987, thanks to Spectrum Holobyte on the PC platform, and then it rose to even more fame when Nintendo licensed it in the 90s. And actually, if you remember that, like I do, and maybe Flo does as well, Jason, if you hit pause and then go back, hit the right button to go back to the main menu there, and up in the upper right-hand corner next to the settings button, there's a paintbrush. You can choose the interface you want to play with, and there's a bunch of different versions, and there is an 8-bit version, which both looks and sounds like your classic Nintendo Game Boy version of Tetris. And it is in monochrome, and it's got the little Russian things, and it does the beeps and the bloops, and it is a lot of fun. So Tetris, it's free in the Google Play Store, and there are $4.99 in-app purchases, although I didn't stumble upon what the in-app purchases were as of yet when I was playing it briefly on the subway earlier today. But yeah, you love Tetris. How can Tetris not win? I ask you, my friends, when you vote for a classic game that's won numerous times the best game of the year. So
it is one of the most popular video games of all time, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't know what Tetris is?
Are you playing this in meetings while everybody else is playing Pokemon Go, Ron?
Yes. No, absolutely not.
Because they are watching, Victor. They are watching this show. All right, cool. So that's let's see here. Neon Future, Shooting Star.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other little, kind of different, depending on what your choice of look and feel is. The one in the upper left, I think, would resonate very well with Flo because it's a very Nintendo-esque style. It looks a little like Super Mario Brothers, Pokemon World, kind of, right?
Super
it's a big mouth
quality to it.
Yeah. So it's Tetris, classic Tetris with a couple of different skins. And listen, it's simple. It just works. There's no bells and whistles. There's no power-ups. There's no anything. All you need is one finger and rotate the puzzle pieces and try to eliminate as many lines as possible.
Poof.
It's Tetris.
Poof.
It's a classic.
Right on.
So
Excellent.
I will say that when Tetris came out, the company that put it out in the PC, Spectrum Holobyte, also had a game called Sokoban, which was basically you were in a factory and you moved boxes around and you had to move them. It was basically like moving tiles. Love that game so much. It was in, remember the cyan, magenta, EGA color palette?
Yes.
It was in that color palette,
okay.
Yeah.
I bet you could find that on a browser that you can play in the browser. Like they have Java. They have abandonware places that you can go for all that stuff and play it in your browser. And you'll think you'll spend a lot of time playing it.
And you don't.
You play it for maybe 2 minutes and you're like, all right, I'm done.
Also, I would like to qualify that both Jason and I are old.
Yes.
So, there you go.
That's it. Thank you for that qualification because it's true.
Yeah.